Hey guys, I'm going to show you Men in Helicopters today by Adrian Belew. If you haven't heard of him, he's a guy who's not only had like a really good solo career, but he played with King Crimson for years, played with Frank Zappa, David Bowie, played with Talking Heads, Nine Inch Nails. He's done a whole bunch of cool stuff, and he's a really great guitarist. So this is a song of his called Men in Helicopters. There's a few parts to it. Three main parts and then a solo and a bridge as well, but they're pretty short. It's in standard tuning. I put a capo on the first fret just because you play a few things with an open string, but he probably doesn't play it with a capo. He'd probably have it in a different tuning or something like that. But just for the sake of playing along with the recording, it's easiest to do that, I found. Cool. So the song starts with the chorus, so the intro, which is also the chorus, and it goes like this. So it's pretty straightforward. It's just two power chords. So it's second fret from the capo on the A string, and then fourth fret on the D and G strings, and then it's just move that down 2 frets so you get the open A string, second on the D and G strings. So that's the intro, and then you hear it again and it's the chorus later on in the song. Then goes to the verses, and the verse sounds like this. Cool. So this bit, starting 6th fret from the capo on the low E string, and it's all tritones. So 6th fret low E, 7th fret on the A string, 8th fret on the D string. Then you play the A string again, and then he sits on this major third with the low E on the bottom. So it's open low E string, 7th fret from the capo on the A string with your middle finger, and 6th fret on the D string with your first finger. Then he repeats that. Repeats it again. But this time he goes to little major chord shape. So again we've got the open bass note, so A string open, 7th fret on the D string with your ring finger, 6th fret from the capo with your middle finger on the G string, and then 5th fret on the B string. And same rhythm as before. And then a very similar little tritone. So it's exactly the same as what we play down here, except just moved up a string. But I find it easiest to keep sort of in position, to play it with middle finger on the A string, 6th fret, 7th fret on the D string with your ring finger, because then that finger doesn't have to move between those two shapes, and then your pinky finger out 8th fret from the capo on the G string. And then just a little run in thirds leading into the pre-chorus. So this is 6th fret from the capo, D string with your ring finger, and then 4th fret from the capo on the G string with your first finger. You play that twice. Move over, so your ring finger is on the 7th fret. Your middle finger is on 6th fret, so they're the D and G strings. And then you move that over another 2 frets, so you've got 9 and 8 from the capo, D and G strings. And that's the whole verse section. Then you've got the pre-chorus, which is a really fun sounding section, like this. Then it goes back into the chorus there. So this section starts on the Stairway to Heaven chord, which is a minor chord. So 6th fret from the capo on the D string with your ring finger, and then you want to bar the top 3 strings, 4th fret from the capo with your first finger, and it's that rhythm. And then the second chord, keep everything exactly the same, just put your middle finger down on the B string, 5th fret from the capo to get that note. So together those bits go. And then he's got this little single note sort of lead run that he plays. So this is all 4th and 2nd frets. So starting on the D string, 4th fret, down to the 2nd fret, then A string, 4th fret, back to the 2nd fret on the D string, then repeat those last 2 notes, 4 on the A and 2 on the D. So you've got so far. And then for the second half of this first little bit, you want to just slide in to the note we just played. So on the D string, slide in from the 1st fret to the 2nd fret. Then 1st fret on the D string. Then 4th fret on the A. 2nd fret on the A. 4th fret on the low E. So that bit all together sounds like this. Then we go 4th fret on the G, 2nd fret on the G, and then a similar run down, but we move it over 2 frets. So slide up from 4th to 6th fret on the D, then 4th fret on the D, 4th fret on the A, 6th fret on the A, 6th fret on the A, 4th fret on the A, and then with your pinky on the low E, out to the 7th fret. So those little single note runs together. And then you've got this chord section leading into the chorus. And so it starts off on a minor bar shape. So 4th fret from the capo, A string with your first finger. Then 6th fret on the D and G strings. And then with your middle finger, 5th fret on the B. And then 6th fret on the A and D, and 5th fret on the G. And this is pretty much an E major shape, just moved over. third chord shape of this section. 7th fret with your pinky on the A, 6th fret on the D, and then 4th fret on the G. So those three so far. Then you've got this funny octave with a minor 6th. So it's 1st fret on the A from the capo with your first finger, then with your pinky on the D in the 4th fret, and then your ring finger on the G string 3rd fret. And then it's the power chord that's in the chorus. So just open on the A, second on the D and G strings, and then back to the chorus. Cool. So I'll play this pre-chorus section again through a bit slower. Cool. So there's just two more small parts. There's just a little solo that happens after a chorus leading into a verse. It's pretty similar to the bridge. Sounds like this. Whoop. So 7th fret from the capo on the A string, 8th fret from the capo on the D string, 8th fret on the G string, 8th fret on the D, 6th fret on the G. And you can sort of like just run it down to that chord that we sit on in the verse, which is the 6, 7 open on the D, G, D, A, low E. And then he just sort of sits on that note, second time around. Cool. And that's the little solo bit. That also comes in right at the very end, as it sort of fades out. So there's also the bridge, which is the last part of the song to learn. Comes in about 2 minutes 34, and it's got a little lead line that sounds like this. Then back to the regular lead line over the pre-chorus, and it's got just a couple of different power chords underneath, which are just so the power chords, I'll show you these first. Just power chords with the octave, so low E 2nd fret, then 4th fret on the A and D strings. Move that down 2 frets, so you've got open low E, 2, 2 on the A and D strings. Then play the same first power chord, then move that over 2 frets. So you've got 4, 6, 6 from the capo. And then just the lead line sort of leading into those couple of chords. On the G string, starting 2nd fret, then 4th fret, then on the B string, 2nd fret, 5th fret, then on the high E string, 2nd fret, 4th fret, and then move it over to 7th fret from the capo, high E, then 5th fret from the capo, and then back to the rest of the regular lead line in the pre-chorus. So it's kind of just like an alternate little section over the pre-chorus there. But that's pretty much all the parts to the song. Hope you enjoy it. Playing Adrian Belew. Hope everyone's safe indoors, staying healthy, staying nice, staying cool. I'll see you next time.